What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Wednesday, June 28, 2017, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Actress and singer Zendaya says her portrayal of moody high school nerd Michelle in Spider-Man Homecoming was partly inspired by Ali Sheedy's antisocial Allison from the 1985 teen dramedy The Breakfast Club. Zendaya said at a New York press conference Sunday, definitely inspiration there, when asked about the apparent connection between the two screen teens. Zendaya said, I didn't really know what kind of character I was playing until I showed up because everything's kind of top secret, you know what I'm saying? So I read the script and I went, okay, she's interesting. All right, this is going to be fun. And then I met with director John Watts, and he had so many different references, and The Breakfast Club was definitely one of them. Just kind of making a distinct character, making somebody that I think is different, embracing the weird. It's okay to be weird. That is okay, and it's okay to be exactly who you are, and if you make things awkward and uncomfortable, as long as you're cool, that is the most important thing. I love that she is outspoken. I love that she says what everybody is thinking, but she doesn't care. I think that a lot of young people should have that a little bit more. So it was fun playing that kind of dry kind of version of myself, really. Co-starring Tom Holland, Michael Keaton, Robert Downey Jr., and Marisa Tomei, Spider-Man Homecoming is due in theaters on July 7th. In a related story, Marisa Tomei says she didn't realize Aunt May, the character she plays in Spider-Man Homecoming, is typically portrayed as a matronly older woman in the franchise. May is the guardian of the titular teen superhero, played this time around by Tom Holland. Tomei's May is protective of her nephew, but she also dresses youthfully and attracts a lot of male attention. Tomei laughed at a New York press conference Sunday. I didn't realize what Aunt May looked like until after I signed on. She said the filmmakers kept going, she's going to be very sexy, and I was like, oh God, stop trying to coddle me. Why do you have to pander me and try? Oh wait, you mean in contrast to another way to go, the 52-year-old actress said. She continued by saying, but these guys had the vision of how it was going to be revamped, and everyone was going to be younger, and she is his aunt by marriage, so she could be really any age. The role was previously portrayed by Rosemary Harris, now 89, in 2002 Spider-Man, 2004 Spider-Man 2, and 2007 Spider-Man 3. Sally Field portrayed Aunt May in 2012's The Amazing Spider-Man, and 2014's The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Tomei was first introduced as the character in 2016's Captain America Civil War. ABC's upcoming Marvel series Inhumans is set to premiere on the network on September 29th. The series premiere will feature the first 2 episodes of Inhumans and lasting from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Spreading out the pages of Marvel Comics, the new superhero drama, which features a royal family in charge of leading a race of altered humans, will also have its first 2 episodes shown globally in IMAX theaters for 2 weeks starting September 1st. A new poster for Inhumans was released by the network on Twitter Monday, featuring main characters Black Bolt played by Anson Mount, Medusa played by Serinda Swan, and Maximus played by Ewan Rena. The cast also includes Yuri Ikarkor as Gorgon, Isabelle Corniche as Crystal, Ken Leune as Karnak, Ellen Woglam as an undisclosed character, Sonia Bellomas as Audryn, and Mike Ma as Tridian. The synopsis reads, Marvel's Inhumans explores the never-before-told epic adventure of the royal family, including Black Bolt, the enigmatic commanding king of the Inhumans, with a voice so powerful that the slightest whisper can destroy a city. The synopsis continues by saying, after the royal family of Inhumans is splintered by a military coup, they barely escape to Hawaii, where they are greeted with surprising interactions with the lush world and humanity around them. Now they must find a way to reunite with each other and return to their home before their way of life is destroyed forever. Warner Bros. Is in talks with Ben Affleck to star in a sequel to 2016's action thriller The Accountant. Affleck, who starred in the original, is in negotiations to return alongside director Gavin O'Connor, screenwriter Bill Dubuque, and producers Lynette Howell Taylor and Mark Williams, Variety reported. Released in October, The Accountant features Affleck as a highly functioning autistic math genius on the wrong side of the law who works as an accountant for criminal organizations. As authorities begin to follow his activities and a new client puts him in danger, Affleck's character starts to use his extensive military training he received as a child from his father in order to protect himself, racking up a high body count in the process. The film also starred Anna Kendrick, J.K. Simmons, John Berthenol, Jeffrey Tambor, John Lithgow, and Cynthia Adali Robinson. The Accountant was a successful movie for Warner Brothers, earning $155 million worldwide on the budget of $44 million. Affleck continues to have a relationship with Warner Brothers after releasing Live by Night, which he directed, and by starring as Batman in Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. The 44-year-old will again star as the Dark Knight in Justice League, due out in theaters November 17th. Netflix will release Spike Lee's upcoming reimagination of his classic 1986 film, She's Gotta Have It, on Thanksgiving, according to a new teaser. The clip released Monday featured a quick look at the 10-episode series, and it stars DeWanda Wise as the new Nola Darling as she rises up from her bed. The Brooklyn-based show will feature an extensive version of the film's plot as Nola Darling juggles having three lovers played by Cleo Anthony, Liam Bend, and Hamilton alum Anthony Ramos. The synopsis reads, Nola Darling is back. See her struggles to defend herself and divide her time among her friends, jobs, and three lovers in this new take on Spike Lee's classic film. Lee directed all 10 episodes of the series, which he also created and produced. Alec Baldwin is set to reprise his role as President Donald Trump on Saturday Night Live when the long-running sketch comedy series returns in the fall. The actor said of his role as Trump to CNN while promoting his new movie Blind, "Yeah, we're going to fit that in. I think people have enjoyed it." Baldwin stated that his appearances as Trump will be kept to a minimum to treat SNL fans to a couple of celery sticks as opposed to a whole meal of himself as the 45th president. On Sunday, the Boss Baby star was an honoree for Spike TV's One Night Only series, which featured celebrities getting roasted. Baldwin was made fun of by stars Robert De Niro, Julianne Moore, Tracy Morgan, and his daughter Ireland, who references her father's infamous voicemail that made headlines in 2007. Ireland said on stage, "I'm here to roast this big old ham I call my father," before bringing up how Baldwin called her a little pig on the voicemail. She continued, "Speaking of pigs, some of you may remember me as that thoughtless little pig you read about. That was a decade ago, and my dad and I are in a much better place now. He would never say something like that because I'm 6'2", and I would keep kicking his ass." And she also added, "The truth is, that whole awful period nearly killed him emotionally. I wouldn't see my dad that upset ever again until I showed him my first tattoo. Okay, my second tattoo. I couldn't show him where I got the first one." One Night Only, Alec Baldwin will air July 9th on Spike TV. Syfy has ordered a pilot based on the 1990 cult film Tremors, featuring original star Kevin Bacon. The series will pick up 25 years after the original film, with Bacon stepping back into the role of Valentine McKee, now older and dealing with the hero complex as he protects the town of Perfection, Nevada, once again from killer graboid worms, Variety reported. Bacon said in a Syfy news release, "This is the only character I've played that I've ever thought about revisiting. I just got to think, where would this guy end up after 25 years? The actor added, "Andrew Miller has a fantastic take on it, and we hope to create a show that will be fun and scary for fans of the movie and folks that have yet to discover it. Let's kick some graboid ass." Miller also penned the pilot and is serving as an executive producer alongside Bacon and David Schiff. Syfy previously turned Tremors into a series in 2013. However, the show only lasted 13 episodes. Bacon only starred in the original 1990 film, which was followed by 4 direct-to-video sequels. The Pretty Little Liars cast and crew said an emotional goodbye to the show this week ahead of its series finale. Showrunners Marlene King and stars Trojan Belisario, Sasha Petraeus, and Holly Mary Combs were among those to pay tribute to the Freeform series on social media. King tweeted Monday, "Tomorrow we will hear for the last time previously on Pretty Little Liars. It has been an amazing 7-year journey. I'm forever grateful for our cast, writers, and crew. We became a family and will always stay a family. Belisario, Patrice, and Combs, who played Spencer Hastings, Allison De Laurentiis, and Ella Montgomery, took to Instagram to thank fans and reflect on their time on the show. Belisario captioned a slideshow of photos. Today closes the chapter of a very significant part of my life. Being Spencer Hastings in this crazy world is something I still don't quite understand, but I know it was a rare and beautiful gift, a gift that will continue to give for the rest of my days on this earth. And I want to say thank you to all of the people who gave it to me. Patrice wrote, in this bittersweet moment, always, I am forever grateful for these 8 years. We have truly created an impeccable love story thanks to the wonderful and one-of-a-kind Marlene King and our amazing cast and crew. I am so ridiculously grateful to each and every one of them. To our amazing fans, I am most definitely forever grateful. Combs added, it was an honor to watch all these sweet girls grow up into lovely ladies. I hope you enjoyed the finale as much as we did making it. Thank you again to the undying fandom and all your ships. Pretty Little Liars is based on the Sarah Shepard book series of the same name and co-stars Ashley Benson, Lucy Hale, and Shay Mitchell. The series will air its final episode, the season 7 finale, next Tuesday. Serena Williams recently went nude for the August issue of Vanity Fair. The pregnant 35-year-old tennis pro stripped down for famed photographer Annie Leibovitz after announcing she's expecting her first child with fiancé Alexis Ohanian. She captioned a photo of the magazine cover Tuesday for her 6 million Instagram followers must-read article. Williams was a little more than 6 months pregnant when she spoke to Vanity Fair about her relationship with Ohanian, the co-founder of Reddit, and her impending motherhood. She confessed in the interview that her pregnancy, quote, just doesn't seem real. The star says, if you would have told me last year in October or November that I would have a baby, not be pregnant but have a baby, I would have thought you were the biggest liar in the world. That is kind of how I am right now. This is happening sooner than later, and it's going by so fast. She later admitted, I don't know what to do with the baby. I have nothing. I've done absolutely nothing for the baby room. Williams confirmed her pregnancy in April after getting engaged to Ohanian in December. She told Vogue at the 2017 Met Gala in May that she and Ohanian are keeping their unborn child's sex a surprise. The tennis pro says, we are waiting. We are calling it baby. Music from the latest Sonic the Hedgehog titled Sonic Mania will soon be available on vinyl. Data Disc, a company that releases physical copies of video game soundtracks, has partnered with Sega to bring Sonic Mania onto vinyl, with pre-orders set to open in July. No specific release dates have been announced. The 2-disc album features the iconic blue Speedster on the front, while the sleeve introduced artwork featuring Sonic and his allies Tails and Knuckles running through the series' signature stage, the Green Hill Zone. Each copy of the soundtrack comes with a translucent blue record with a download code for a digital version of the soundtrack. Sonic Mania, which includes reimagined levels for Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Sonic CD, launches August 15th for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch and PC. Data Disc has previously released soundtracks to the other classic Sega titles such as Street of Rage and Gunstar Heroes. Erin Andrews is giving fans the first glimpse of her fairy tale wedding. The 39-year-old television personality shared a series of pictures Monday from her June 24th nuptials to retired NHL player Jarret Stoll. Andrews captioned the slideshow on Instagram, June 24th was so perfect, can we do it again next weekend? She added, YFRN at Orenco.co. I love you for creating my fairy tale. Thank you at House of Herrera at Patricia Lansing for making the dress and veil of my life. It was perfection. Andrews and Stoll tied the knot Saturday at the Yellowstone Club in Big Sky, Montana. The couple got engaged at Disneyland in December following Andrews' cervical cancer diagnosis, which put her fertility in jeopardy. Andrews recalled on her September diagnosis in an interview with Health Magazine published this month, I wasn't even engaged yet. We weren't even talking about having kids yet. She also added, if anything, the experience was a huge step for my relationship with my boyfriend at the time. It really puts things on the fast track for you because you have an oncologist saying to you, we highly recommend that you guys do your embryos right now, freeze them. I'm like, hi, hon, I love you. I hope we're spending our lives together. And he's amazing. Andrews is known for her reporting work with Fox Sports and for hosting the ABC reality competition Dancing with the Stars. The series will return for a 25th season in the fall. Kim Kardashian faced criticism this week after some deemed son Saint West's car seat unsafe. The 36-year-old reality star was mom-shamed on Facebook after posting a picture of the 18-month-old toddler in a forward-facing car seat. Kardashian primarily lives in California, but didn't indicate where the photo was taken. California law states that children under 2 must ride in a rear-facing car seat unless the child weighs 40 or more pounds or is more than 40 inches tall. One person responded in the comments, "I'm not trying to be sanctimonious, but why isn't the youngest Kardashian West rear-facing in his car seat? It's the law here." Another wrote, "That kid would be safer in a rear-facing seat. Please get informed." Other fans defended Kardashian by telling critics to mind their own business. One person wrote, "I see the car seat police are on a mission. Typical putting their nose and opinions in when it wasn't asked." Another added, "That car seat isn't made to be rear-facing, which means he meets the weight requirement for a front-facing car seat, which means he needs to be facing. Guess what? Forward." Kardashian shares Saint and 4-year-old daughter Northwest with husband Kanye West. She and sister Kourtney Kardashian threw North and Kourtney's daughter Penelope Disick a Moana-themed birthday party over the weekend. Charlotte Church has miscarried just weeks after announcing her third pregnancy. The 31-year-old singer said Monday on Twitter that she and boyfriend Jonathan Powell have lost their baby and are grieving as a family. Church tweeted, "Charlotte and Johnny are very sad to announce that they have lost their baby. Now is the time for grieving and being together as a family." She added, "We kindly ask everyone to respect that peace." Church, who shares 9-year-old daughter Ruby and 8-year-old son Dexter with ex-fiancé Gavin Henson, confirmed in May that she and Powell were expecting. She later told The Guardian she was feeling brilliant amid her third pregnancy. The star said, "It's great, it's lovely. I don't know if I'll ever be a party girl again. It feels very different this time around." One of two, Charlotte and Johnny are very sad to announce that they have lost their baby. Now is the time for grieving and being together as a family, she wrote in a separate tweet. Church and Powell, a musician who has been dating since 2010. Church is known for such singles as the opera song Crazy Chick and Call My Name, and last released the EP4 in 2014. And finally, Calvin Harris has joined forces with Katy Perry, Pharrell, and Big Sean for his latest music video for the new song Feels. The colorful clip, released Monday, features the all-star music lineup performing the summertime jam while relaxing on a dreamlike tropical island filled with sandy beaches and palm trees. Perry sings, "Don't be afraid to catch feels" in the chorus as she is seen laying down in a field of sunflowers. Feels is set to appear on Harris's upcoming 5th studio album Funk Wave Bounces Volume 1, which arrives June 30th. The album will also include the tracks Heat Stroke featuring Young Thug, Pharrell, and Ariana Grande, along with Slide featuring Frank Ocean and Migos. And as your entertainment report for Wednesday, June 28th, 2017, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.